welcome once again to another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents
J&M Solve the World. I am James.
And I am Matt. And tonight we are continuing on our part 2 of Prep for Tuesday, not Doomsday, with James.
My neighbor, Kathi.
And
she don't want to use her last name?
Yeah.
She's on the witness protection program.
Yep. And let's see here. I can figure this out. I swear I can.
Well, that'd be a first.
There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
Joining us on the phone, your favorite Italian and mine, all the way from the limp penis of the United States known as Florida. Give it up for Dwight.
Hey, bippity boppity, bippity boppity boppity.
Hey, bippity boppity, boppity boppity. Hey, see?
Hey, at least he ate from the Keys. Oh. Like Ralphie May said, that's the jizz of Florida.
Yeah, not from the seed. No.
So to recap from the last podcast, we talked about some things that you can have, like it's always good to have on hand. Canned food, bottled water,
dry goods,
stuff that's not going to expire. But now
that doesn't need to be refrigerated.
Correct.
Frozen, whatever.
It doesn't have to be heated up to eat in order to eat.
Well, dry pasta would kind of suck, but
yeah, but
it'd work in a pinch if you had a little water to put on it and soften it up. I mean, you may not boil it, but still calories.
Yes. But now we are going to continue on, but we're going to compare the difference between preparing for a harsh winter and preparing for hurricane season.
Right.
Some are the same and some are different. I would say I would allow Kathi and Dwight to Rochambeau on who goes first. But here at J&M Solve the World, we are gentlemen. So, Dwight,
absolutely.
Shush your mouth or sit on your hands, because I know Italians, if you've got their hands behind their back, they can't talk.
They can't talk, right?
Indeed, it's true.
But Kathi,
it's
please, what are some of the best things to either have on hand or to start collecting in or gathering in the fall to prepare for a harsh winter?
Harsh winter, which we never know if we're going to, what sort of winter we're going to get.
Right.
Even by the end, we still don't know. Definitely shelf-stable food. Preferably a way to heat it up because it's winter. We like warm food. A camp stove, a propane camp stove. And in spite of what they say, you're going to get carbon monoxide poisoning, just crack a window or a door while you're cooking. You're not going to die of carbon monoxide poisoning. And a good prep is to have a carbon monoxide detector in your house and a propane detector as well as your smoke detector. Having water. I mean, we get hit with another ice storm, and it's not if it's when, or another blizzard, or just after our other podcasts, Springfield was slammed with another bad storm, and people lost power.
Right.
And there's still houses with trees, big trees down on it.
Well, they just had a big deal down in Branson. They had a water line break.
Yeah.
And so now everybody's got to boil their water for...
They lifted it.
Did they lift it today?
They lifted it, and it was out of precaution. We just don't know the details of how two people
I'd boil it for another week.
Anyway, but you need food, you need water,
warm clothes.
Warm clothes. Even if you're going to be in the house, you can stay warm by dressing warm. If you have a tent, you can set it up inside the house. Hang out in your tent because it will take less body heat to warm the tent than it will to warm a room.
Especially if you got 3 pit bulls and 2 little guys, and they come in the tent with you,
Yeah.
you're warm.
Well, and
You're gonna need a family of 5 tent
I need
for that.
I need that, and then I need a battery powered fan because it'd be
Yeah.
fucking hot in there.
Right?
well, and yeah, a way to stay warm. I've got a wood stove. I have propane heaters. I can lose power and they will still work.
Right.
You've got your backup generator. Because out here in the boonies, we have wells, and if we lose power, we lose water.
You lose water.
So-
like immediately.
Yes,
You turn the faucet on, it's like, shit. You might get a glass of water,
yeah, maybe.
maybe.
So yeah, we need water. So one of the things I do is I buy my laundry detergent in the big jugs. When they're empty, I rinse them. I put water in them, so I can flush. It's
Right.
nice to be able to flush a toilet every once in a while.
Right. Yeah, because you're not going to drink out of that laundry detergent
No, I'm not.
bucket, but like you say, flush the toilet.
Well, it worked for Jonah Hill in Superbad.
Well,
Fiction.
that's a fucking movie.
God bless Hollywood.
That
Yes.
Superman can fly too, so.
But yeah, that sort of stuff. Something as simple as owning a shovel where you can shovel out to the road, to the street. I like to be able to clear off my porches. It makes it easier to get up and down the stairs.
And honestly, where we live here, a tractor is really nice.
Yeah, the neighbors have tractors.
Right.
I don't. But yeah, if need be, they would come clear my driveway.
Right. Yeah.
And not be like a previous neighbor who cleared my driveway, but he missed the driveway. And I was following where he plowed, and I couldn't figure out why my 4-wheel drive Expedition was spinning. It's because I was on the grass, not on the gravel.
Ah.
That
But-
actually happened to my cousin when he was in the Air Force and he got stationed in Maine. He had a place, and it wasn't until like late April did he realize I don't have a driveway. Because he just kept, turning off the road, here we go. Yep. And he just kept going that way, but there was no driveway.
Right.
It was just like a trailer set so far off the road. It was just like,
So yeah,
as I digress.
food, water, a way to stay warm, a way to heat your food. Communication. You lose power. You know what? I'm sorry, but
You
your
ain't charging
laptop.
your cell phone.
You can go out to your vehicle and charge your cell phone. I wouldn't do much more than that.
See, during the ice storm, I couldn't get in my vehicle
Yeah.
because I had 2 inches of ice on it.
Well,
And I had no way of breaking that ice off.
When was this?
07.
07.
Oh, before you had your garage.
Right.
And what I learned,
Now,
Yes.
what
now
we did,
I'm sorry. Up there, does it freezes like you can't turn on your hose or nothing? Like everything's frozen, right?
No, we got a frost-free faucet out by the barn. And what I mean by frost-free, you turn it on, and as soon as you turn it off, all the water drains back down into the ground.
well below frost level.
So it well below frost level, so it doesn't freeze up. But you got to unhook your hose and make sure you got all the water out of it because it will be froze.
Yes.
And the way you do that is you
All right,
just you unhook your hose, you pick it up over your head, and you walk to the end of the hose. That way, all the water drains out of it.
Well, I keep
But
mine connected, and then I leave the business end open.
Right.
So when I curl it up, it drains out almost all the water.
But and that happens that's just a normal winter, where because the wife she has livestock and she has to water those livestock, so that's why we got that out there. But she just walks the hose dry, and everything. And then, worst case scenario, for some reason your house water freezes up, you can still go out to that faucet and get water as long as you have power.
Yes.
And that's why we
Thank you for entertaining that question.
And that's why we got the generator, was because we were raising hogs and stuff at that time too. And it's like, if our power goes out, we have no water. And hauling water from somewhere else just to water our hogs is going to be a pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah, because you'd have to go down to Greg's.
Yeah.
Did he have the chicken barn then? The egg barn?
Not at that point.
Yeah, so it's
So-
kind of.
So that's why we spent the money and got our generator. We got the generator in a package with our solar panels.
Right.
So, and we thought we were going to be able to get off the grid with the solar panels. They're like, well, no, not yet.
No, those
Because
batteries.
the batteries are so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And they said and I think we said this on the last podcast, whenever they come into the country, they get bought up on the coast immediately.
Yeah.
I think the technology is getting better too on batteries now, and I think they're becoming more readily available to where, because my generator is propane, and apparently it doesn't use very much at all.
Yeah, we talked about that last
We
time.
talked about that last time, which I'm like, that's fucking cool, because if it needs to run a week, 250 gallons of propane, it's probably going to be fine.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I've noticed that, like the electric cars and the all the electric stuff that is coming out now, it's the electric bicycles, which are a big thing. The electric bicycles and the electric scooters are really big up and around Kansas City, and
They've been a big thing in like China and Japan and stuff for years.
exactly.
Yeah.
But now they're becoming a big deal in rural Kansas City.
Yeah.
But it's like they're able to make the batteries smaller, and and it's so weird just talking about the charging batteries that you would hook up to a solar panel. But if you watch any of the YouTube videos where people are changing buses or vans, putting the solar panels up on top, and they've got their charging system and everything, and they're like, yeah, I did all of this for $10,000. And it's like, oh, so you spent $1,000 to do everything in the van, and then another $9,000 on the two batteries? Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, and Elon Musk, the second time he was on Rogan was asking him about the electrical cars and everything. Could you put solar panels on them to charge the batteries and everything? And he said the solar panel technology is not there yet to make the roof of your car a solar panel to where it would charge your battery enough to like just keep driving. But he said semis and stuff with the trailer and everything, he said it's real close to that.
Well, it's like the newer stuff that they put on roofs, so not of our lovely manufactured homes, but on a stick-built home. It's more of a film than a panel. I could see that technology eventually being on cars.
Right.
To at least help with the charging.
I fully got sucked into a fucking YouTube video the other day. Toyota has come out with a aluminum ion battery that will go 1,000 miles on a charge, and it only takes 5 minutes to recharge. It doesn't blow up. It doesn't use carbon.
I was
cobalt.
about to say that because
But then I'm like,
How much does it cost?
I don't know if that's bullshit. Well, it's supposed to be cheap because it's aluminum. There's no cobalt. There's no lithium. There's no, And so I Googled it. I'm like, Toyota aluminum ion batteries. Because they're saying they could do mass production in 2026. And that would fucking change everything. I mean, if you can go 1,000 miles on a charge,
Oh, I'd love it.
nobody's gonna drive 1,000 fucking miles without stopping.
right.
No, gotta pee.
I mean,
you
unless-
gotta pee.
Unless you're wearing a fucking diaper.
You gotta pay.
But
Well, a good friend of mine had the solar panels.
I Googled this thing and it said, no, they are working on it.
Yeah.
But the one they're more excited about is a transistor battery that they've been working on. Solid state battery. So it's
Okay.
like, okay, well, they're
My older
it's
brother.
gonna eventually be to where you can have an electric car and we can leave Missouri and we can go see Dwight, and it won't take us any longer than in our gas powered cars.
Right. My
It's
Well, a
gonna
good
happen.
friend of mine's got the solar panels on his fifth wheel.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So again, it's not his he's got a Dodge diesel truck, you know,
Yeah.
but the solar panels are, you know, he barely touches my. He stayed here for almost 7 months last time he was here
Uh-huh.
on the 30 amp, and between the propane and the solar, he barely touched my electric bill.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
told him he let me give you some money. I said I don't want none of your money. I
Mhm.
said it's cheaper for you to live here than when Roman was living here.
Right.
Um,
Well, it was all them long showers Roman was taking.
yeah.
That
Behind
and the
that
fuck-
shower
well,
curtain
there's-
of his dad. And I.
Hey, let's get him on here one night to defend that. But
Yeah.
anyway, no, but
Well-
the computer and everything
Yeah.
else.
Oh yeah.
My older brother.
Where's that drum roll?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Where's that drum roll?
Oh, you mean the?
Come on.
Yeah.
Give him one. Come on.
My older brother works for Toyota,
Mm-hmm.
and he is a licensed diesel mechanic.
Right.
And they were testing the electric Toyota big rigs and the hydrogen powered big rigs and a lot of that stuff. And the electric big rig that Toyota produced
Uh-huh.
at SEMA, they smoked both rear axles. Like doing a power braking, they were spinning all, what is that, 2, 4, 6, all 8 wheels were spinning and just blowing smoke.
See, that's the thing. I mean, a fucking Tesla plaid model
Yeah.
is a fast motherfucker.
Yep.
0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds.
And it's
There's no muscle car out there. There's no supercar. Maybe a Bugatti. Maybe
the Ferrari,
nothing.
the F40 came close because it was a race car.
Right. But I mean, nothing that's legal on the street.
Oh no, an F40 is legal
Is it
on
legal?
the streets,
Okay.
but it was Ferrari was trying to use it at Le Mans, and just like NASCAR back in the day, in order for you to race it on Sunday, you got to be selling it on Monday.
Right. You got to have so many of them in production
Right.
with that motor. Yeah.
Right. And the F40, and that was why they were all red and they were all the exact same. But they were like borderline no.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't give a shit if you're got a need for speed. The F40 was a straight no, with all the carbon fiber and everything else on that thing.
Oh yeah. That was $1 million car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll write you a check.
I mean, the electric cars are the wave of the future.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. I told a guy the other day, he's like, oh, I fucking electric cars and everything. It's like, there was people back in the early 1900s. I ain't giving up my fucking horse.
Right.
They had electric cars back then.
Yeah.
The biggest problem, and they were sold to ladies, to go do your shopping. They definitely weren't going on vacation cars.
Right.
But the batteries were so huge.
Right.
We've come so far. And to kind of lead this back to prepping is when it comes to our vehicles, we talked about diesels. Diesels diesel fuel doesn't like to get really cold.
No.
So even, I'm from Iowa, and even our gas cars, you could get an engine block heater. And they came in real handy. I was traveling,
Right.
but I had gone down, my dad was in Alabama somewhere. I can't remember. It wasn't Huntsville. And then I went on up the East Coast, up to my sister's in Pennsylvania. And this one guy, and this was back when they pumped your gas for you. And he goes,
Washed your windshield and
checked the oil. And he
Yeah.
goes, what is that? Because I was far enough south that he'd never seen an electric cord coming out of a car.
Right.
And I said, up north, we do that so our cars start in the winter when it's really cold.
Yep.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
I've heard of people also that had wood stoves up north back before, like probably before block heaters was a thing, but they'd take their ash bucket out, and they would put that with coals, and they'd put that underneath their cars so that it might have an opportunity to start the next morning.
Yeah. Or their
Now,
tractor.
hopefully, you didn't have a oil leak or a gas leak.
This is true.
I got a little sketchy.
But yeah, it's something to think about. I mean, the gas companies, they switch over from summer gas to winter gas.
Right.
But yeah, you drive a diesel, you need to think about that.
Is that diesel wheel gel? What was
Yeah.
your dad would always put in
my
his?
dad my dad would always have like a bottle of Everclear or something like that that he would put in his fuel. But he's got a story that he loves to tell still to this day, how had he not had me on the road with him, he would have died. We were traveling, I'm wanting to say it was up in Michigan, and fuel started gelling up, and Dad got me bundled up, and we were going to walk. We were like a mile from a truck stop, and Dad started walking. Guy stopped, picked us up, took us up to the truck stop, brought us back, and Dad was putting fresh fuel in the starter while I stood on the clutch and was pushing the start button and just kept cranking that thing. And finally, when it got started, Dad had the hood open, and he was just, yeah, he says, had I not been on the road with him, he would have died. Because it was a 2-man job, and I was just tall enough to stand on the clutch and hit the starter.
It was at least a 1.5-man job.
Oh.
And another thing I learned, especially when there's ice and sleety stuff predicted, is when you have more than one vehicle, don't park them going the same direction, park them opposite directions, because it means if you get a door iced in, chances are it's only going to be on one side.
Right.
So if you can't get one vehicle, you might be able to get in the other vehicle.
Right.
I mean, I can't do that now. You have a garage. But
also have a grandson's truck in there and a motor in there that he's going to have to do some moving around.
And a motorcycle.
I was going to say, wasn't there a motorcycle there over the fort?
Yeah. It's still there.
And
I can live with a motorcycle in there, but
on a less exciting thought process there in Florida, like, which way is the storm coming from? Where are you going to park your car? Because you ain't getting iced in, but that motherfucker could get crushed in a moment. So
Yeah.
right.
the general rule down here is to park it. I don't know. Park it sideways instead of pulling into your driveway. You pull it sideways against the garage door. But then again, you've got to take into account, where are my trees? Where are my neighbor's trees? Which way is the storm coming from? You know, shit like that. Where in my yard, this house it's an older house. Before they started putting them on, laying down 17 feet of dirt to build a house, they just built a fucking house. So during storms, even during just regular rain, sometimes I could put this property up as waterfront property, really. But and when the storms hit, it's like, okay,
you park the driver's side next to the garage. That way you don't get like a limb through your driver's door. And
the way my house sits, it kind of depends. Usually I'll put the other side, because when I'm parking it so tight that if I went to the driver's side, I wouldn't be able to get out. I'd have to crawl across the car.
Right.
And at that point, really, are we concerned about what window is going to get smashed? But in my scenario, like it's a gamble. You just rolling the dice. So I'm just going to park it the other way, and with the passenger side against the garage. I don't have the option of parking it on the south side of my yard. On the north side of my yard, I could pull it in there. I could roll the dice on that, but then, I've got neighbors to consider and everything. And if their shit's going to blow into my yard and fuck it up, but something I will do, that like the day. Like the last minute thing I will do, the last thing after I have all my shit, all my fuel, all my food, all my everything's good, sandbags, whatever I need, I will go out there and I will mow the lawn. and I will cut that motherfucker down to the dirt. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. Because when I don't care if it's 3 inches or 6 inches or whatever, if it's a great idea because when shit starts blowing around and stuff, you don't know what the fuck's out there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
that's true. Yeah, I never. That's something we've never thought about up here.
Yeah, and that's something
what kind of
people take
debris laid in your yard. I mean, you walk out there and a piece of glass or a nail or something goes through your foot. That's a that's a good idea.
I have dogs and stuff too and stuff. You know, so it's, God knows what, like you said, God knows what's going to blow in there, and you walk out there and now you have sepsis and you're fucking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's all kinds of bad things that can come from that one little thing, and people go, "Oh, that's silly." No, it's not silly. It's not silly.
And you can't get in the hospital.
It's a detail.
You can't get in the hospital because they're full of people that was stupid and stand up. I can survive 80-mile-an-hour winds. Oh wait, sheet metal, bam.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
and I think we can all agree. Hold on a second,
yeah,
if you don't mind. But I think we can all agree and
Hello?
What? Hang on. Wait a second.
Did he time out?
I don't. For some reason he fell off Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Let's connect up again.
One thing I will say, we're lucky is we don't have to worry about flooding here.
Right.
Can you hear me?
If it floods here, Noah needs to start building that fucking ark.
Yeah.
Dwight.
We're at 9. I forget what it says on Google Maps. We're around 900 to 1,000 feet elevation right here.
Yeah.
Dwight.
And where's the?
Can you hear us?
Where's the Lindley? Way down there.
Way down there. Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, Lake Pomme de Terre is at 749. It'd have to be a pretty good flood.
Yeah. We'd have a whole
Okay,
lot
it
of
says
other
I'm
things to worry
connected.
about.
Dwight. Let's see here. Hey man, are you still there?
I hear you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Why is it not connecting up?
Apple phone.
Whoa! Hold up now. Wait a second. Let's see.
I'm just saying, if it's a Samsung, we'd be good.
Hang on. All right, it's connecting up.
Do 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 do.
Can you hear us now?
Do, 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 do.
What the hell? All right,
Is your phone charged?
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just have him on speaker then, because yeah. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can
James?
hear you now.
Yeah, I can barely hear him. Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
him.
Let's see. There we go. How about now?
Okay.
You coming through?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I don't know. We'll continue on. Now,
What Kathi, the point I was trying to make, if you don't mind, like Kathy's saying, regardless of the scenario, I mean, it really just comes down to the fine details. Like you guys said, I never thought to mowing my yard. Yeah, man, there's gonna be all kinds of bullshit in my yard, dude. I don't want to be running over stop signs and shit. I want to pick that bitch up and stick it in my man cave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to ruin my fucking blades on my mower over this shit.
word.
You know?
And you might find some cool shit in your yard from your neighbors.
Yeah, right. I'm keeping this motherfucker.
Yeah. Damn.
Now I will.
I don't need a snow shovel, but I'm gonna keep this motherfucker.
Right? I'm just gonna have it to have it.
Now,
Fuck this.
now this doesn't apply to everybody that's listening to the podcast, but I will say this: you and Kathi have something have something in common that not a lot of people have. I was looking at her notes earlier, and I'm to get us back on topic, but
Okay. All right.
medicine and or healthcare.
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
As a assistant, the rapist. I mean, physical therapist, and your wife is a registered nurse. Kathy,
serial rapist.
She's a nursing assistant.
Yeah.
Kim's a nursing assistant.
yeah, and Kathy is a retired nurse, so there's that medical background there. I mean, the only thing that, like, if I'm up in the city and shit goes south, and I'm with my brother and my sister-in-law and the kids, if my nephew's not around,
You're fucked.
no,
You can do a field bandage.
yeah. And I know how to stop the bleeding. Tourniquet that motherfucker. I mean, if you've got a head wound, I'm going to put a tourniquet around your neck. You know, just crank it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and not.
Oh, my blood's stopping, but I'm getting a little fuzzy here.
One thing I want to say, because that reminded me of something, be it a hurricane or winter weather, if you're on prescription medications and there's a hurricane coming or a blizzard or an ice storm, make sure you have enough to last a couple weeks.
Right.
Yeah, get that shit.
Insurance may or may not pay, but you can always get a prescription from your physician for a backup.
If your life depends on it,
and pay for it out of pocket.
Yep.
Yep, that and vape juice and all that little bullshit stuff.
Fake juice. Oh yeah, you got to have plenty of smokes and plenty of whiskey. I'm sorry. I mean,
Well,
No, you do.
You're good.
I'm good. You know, I
Yeah.
may not like some of it by the third week, but
and coffee, caffeine.
coffee.
You don't want to go into withdrawal from those things in a disaster situation. You really don't.
Well, seriously. I mean, all kidding aside, on the alcohol thing, if you drink and you're without alcohol for 3 weeks, you could die.
Yeah.
Withdrawal from alcohol can be life-threatening.
It can kill you.
Yes. When Mike was in the hospital after his first stroke, and they put him in ICU to detox him because you know we know how much he drank,
Right.
but it doesn't take his 18 pack a day to go into withdrawal. If your body's used to drinking 3 beers a day, and you don't have that 3 beers a day, your body's going to go into withdrawal.
I mean, 1 beer you can survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean that's
Cold turkey is
alcohol and what is it? Benzos
Yeah, they can kill you.
are the two drugs that if you go off cold turkey can kill you.
yeah.
Heroin, cocaine, all that other shit. No.
No.
You may not like it, but it's not going to kill you.
Yeah, you're not
just
gonna
might
like it.
want to
You're gonna
die.
feel like shit. And yeah, pray for death.
But yes,
The point earlier that I think we both Kathy and I were making, and you guys too, but it's that little detail stuff. It's that little it's that little stupid, like I have a nail clipper in my glove box. You know why? Because you might need one when
And
13 miles away from the house at work, and I got some issue or
there's
something.
nothing worse than
Detail stuff.
breaking a nail. I mean, when I break nails, I mean it's a tear, and you can't do anything about it. And it's not something I'm going to borrow from a stranger. Okay.
Right. That's like in my toolbox at work. I keep extra flints, extra lighter fluid, in case my Zippo goes out in the middle of the day. I may not have time to go buy a Bic lighter, even though I am 50 yards from Casey's. But, you know, just little shit. I also keep a bottle of hydrogen peroxide and a tube of triple antibiotic ointment because in my line of work,
Always happen.
cuts and scrapes and shit happen. It's not an everyday event, but it can happen. So I want to disinfect it and put some shit on it and tape it up.
I mean, you've seen the first aid kit I've got on my Milwaukee pack out, right? I mean, it is a full blown first aid kit. Burns. You know, I've got everything.
I should have some burn medication, some aloe or something, but I don't. But
I've got the burn medication, but I've also got the ice packs that you snap, and I've got gauze. I've got makeshift tourniquets. But I have an actual real tourniquet. The triangular bandage, the eye patch, the eye wash. I mean, all comes
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
yeah. I keep a bottle of saline for eye wash in
Well,
case you know.
the shop should have an eye wash station. I'm not saying they do, but they should.
We're a small independent.
So Kathy,
We
I
have
think
a
this is kind of
faucet in the
important.
bathroom.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Dwight?
I'm saying, I think time frame is kind of important on things too. Now, you guys, I don't know what your time frame is, but like, I don't know if we covered this or not already or not. But when you get into like when you get into hurricane season, you just start. Again, finances are a big deal for people.
Mm-hmm.
You start throwing a couple bucks here and a couple bucks there, because there's so many times down here, and not to beat it to death, but again, to reiterate that, like, if you get within a week, a couple days, the line to the gas station is out to the road, and you're just praying up, somebody
Plug it
doesn't
back in.
swerve and fucking hit you or something, you know what I'm saying, while you're trying to get into the gas station,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, is there any gas left when I get in there? And the same thing with food and bread and meats and stuff like that, and just everything. So there's a point where you have to start, keep a couple of, don't have no water on hand. Keep a, what does it hurt? Spend a couple bucks on water. You know what? Everything I invest between June and November, if we have a storm here, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing happens,
You're still
what?
good.
Yeah, I'm fucking fantastic. I'm going to the store for like sides, not main courses. I'm not going to the gas station until like fucking February. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The grill is taken care of, things like that. So it's depending on how you're prepping and what you're storing and how you're storing it and all that other stuff. But just throw a couple bucks at it,
Right. You don't have to go the week. You don't have to go the week before the hurricane and buy all your shit.
Well, and you don't have to buy tons of it at once either. It's
You can.
one of the recommendations when they're talking about food storage is, okay, so you eat SpaghettiOs and you eat it once a week. Rather than buy 1 can a week, buy 2 cans a week.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And you buy 2 cans the next week, and the next thing you know, you have a month's supply of SpaghettiOs. And that applies to any canned food or boxed food or what have you.
Right.
Yeah, something goes on sale, and you can pay like something goes on sale for $3.99 a pound, but you have to buy 3 pounds, and I'm only going to use half a pound a night. Okay, that's fine.
You have a thing called a freezer.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the only thing we have here in a wintertime storm that you don't have down there. Is the opportunity just to put your shit in a cooler and set it outside.
Mm-hmm.
If you run out of power and your refrigerator's not working, you can put that shit in a cooler or a trash can.
If we did this time of year, not only would the shit inside the cooler melt, the fucking cooler would melt.
Right. Yeah, it would if you done it at 8 o'clock in the morning, by 8 o'clock that night, it's sour.
Well, and so many things.
Same way here right now.
Yeah, it cooled off. And the thing is, so much of the stuff we keep in our fridge doesn't need to be kept in the fridge. It'd be just fine.
Ketchup, mustard, butter. We don't keep butter in our fridge. We keep it we keep butter in the fridge, but we always have a stick out in a container.
In the butter dish.
In a butter dish.
Yeah.
Covered up. Ours has to be covered up because I have a cat that loves butter.
Oh, and if it ended up on the floor, the dogs would like it too.
Oh yeah.
Down here, if you don't have storm shutters on your house, go in fucking January or February and spend a couple of bucks on screws and boards or panels or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And have that shit ready, because you can't go out and find none of that stuff. You can't find the bit. For the wing nuts for your drill, you can't find the motherfuckers right now or next week. God forbid there's a storm coming or something. You can't find that shit.
Yeah, and besides the fact the price is going to go double or triple on that sheet of plywood.
And it's already too
expensive compared to what it was off season.
And just fighting the crowds, it's insane. It's like it's just. it's fucking crazy. Like I said, people are rushing around for bottled water. Dude, I need 3 cases of beer.
What I found's funny is
And guess what? It's there.
what I found is funny is around here, if they call for 2 or 3 inches of snow, that day I'll go into town and I'll look over at the grocery store and it is fucking packed like it's snow apocalypse.
Yeah.
People are like going, oh goddamn, we need bread and toilet paper.
Well, and then when we did have the ice storm, we had a 10-day to 2-week lead time in 2007. They couldn't get real specific. They said it's a big, massive storm. Winter weather is really hard to predict.
We don't know what exactly is going to happen.
But it's going to hit.
Yeah.
And the number of people that waited till the last minute, and Mike and I just moved there in May. I didn't know where to find things like kerosene for the kerosene heater.
Right.
I finally found some at Nixa Hardware because we live between Nix and Ozark. But, other places I've been able to fill up the 5-gallon can.
They have it at Pumpkin Center.
At a gas station.
Right.
But it's finding those things.
Well, and it's, Dwight made a post, I think it was earlier this week on Facebook about,
a week or so ago.
Yeah, about Aaron has been classified a hurricane and may or may not hit land. You may or may not be, get the hurricane situation. You may or may not survive. There you go. I'm a fucking meteorologist.
Right.
Well, and can you imagine if Aaron had hit land? I mean, that hurricane went from a 3 to a 4 to a 5, bam, bam, bam. And it was bad enough, just the waves on the East Coast.
It was 500 miles across that hurricane.
Yeah, can you imagine if it would have hit the East Coast?
That goes back to 2004. We got slammed so bad. It was like the only thing I had was storm shutters. I had nothing else. I worked for. I wasn't in my current career right now. I had a job at a grocery store, and the manager was really cool. And he's like, "Yo, just take what you need because we're throwing the shit out anyway." So I was cooking fucking frozen pizzas on a grill.
It works.
And there was no Yeti coolers in 2004, or at least I didn't have one.
Right.
So it only lasts. You're inviting neighbors over, like, I got this food, man. Let's cook your shit and fucking, do this and stuff. So.
You got to meet your neighbors then, didn't you?
What's that?
You got to actually meet your neighbors then, didn't you?
A few of them that I hadn't met, but I know a couple of them. But yeah. You start making friends real quick.
It's funny how as humans we can hate each other for our political beliefs and stuff, but when the shit gets real, we become a community.
We come together, man.
Yep.
That's like the old adage of, Army makes fun of Marines, Marines makes fun of, Navy, Navy makes fun of Air Force, everybody makes fun of the Coast Guard and the Space Force, but somebody that's not in that circle, somebody from outside starts doing it, they all come together as one big community, and it's like, oh, I don't think so. I mean,
I had a friend of mine years ago, not to cut you off, at Southern Star, and he was Army, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was when we started having the kitchen out there.
Yeah.
And it was early before the band started playing and stuff, and there was a couple Marine recruiters in there. They came out to eat supper.
Right.
And this guy sitting there going, look at them fucking jarhead sons of bitches and everything. And I'm like, this was like right after Desert Storm.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, really? I said, you were in the Army, right? Yeah. Y'all fought for the same flag, right? Well, guess get your point. I'm like, you stupid motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. You're not in the fucking Army anymore.
Right.
You're not looking to go out and start a fight with some jarheads.
So you go overseas, Afghanistan, Iran, whatever. Don't you kind of all work together anyway?
No.
You don't? Okay. No. You're talking from somebody who doesn't come from a military background.
So in Afghanistan, you have regional command, north, south, east, west. I was always in RC East. Regional Command East. So we had from like Bagram, which is kind of the capital, all the way to the Pakistan border. And we went down, not down to Kandahar, but like right at the edge. The Marines had RC South.
Okay.
And they were doing 9-month deployments where the Army was doing 12-month deployments.
But you still didn't mind that Air Force air support.
No.
Hell no.
No, I hand to God, I may or may not have
If you needed it, the Air Force was there to offer a little support.
the only Air Force that I got to use in Afghanistan was Hog. Hog 01 and Hog 02. The A-10 Thunderbolt 2 Warthog.
Yeah.
I may or may not have cleared them on 2 passes each on 2 guys on a motorcycle. I may or may not have spent the next hour and a half with everybody else in the platoon picking up body parts and motorcycle parts, but that's for a different story. They were setting in an IED, and I'm sorry, no. But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is, I had when I was in Iraq, we had a Navy electronic warfare officer attached to us because that hadn't become a thing in the Army yet. It's where you have equipment in the vehicles that's sending out disruptive signals for remote detonation IEDs. And Lieutenant Tony Little, I still remember his name, I gave him so much shit on a daily basis because he was not a shellback. And a shellback in the Navy or the Marine Corps is somebody that is past the equator. An emerald shellback is somebody that is past the equator and the international date line at the same time. It's actually happened. And I showed him my shellback certificate, and I was reading the book, Flags of the Flag of Iwo Jima. Before he left theater, he was part of the first crew on the SS Iwo Jima. And the captain of the boat had coins pressed out of the leftover steel. And I have one. And on one side of the coin, it shows the famous flag raising, not the first, but the famous one.
The famous one, the statue and everything. Yeah.
And on the reverse side is the front of the boat. And you can actually look at it, and compared to all the other coins that I have in my collection that I've been given, that one you can actually see that it is steel, not anything else. And the fact that the first crew, they were given these coins, and the fact that he gave me his coin, I mean, it means a lot to me. But again, it's one of those, nobody else talked shit to Lieutenant Little. I did on a daily basis, but I was also a jarhead.
Right.
Still am a jarhead, according to some. But
Once
I was
Marine, always a Marine.
right. But I was wearing an Army uniform at that time.
Right.
Anyways, I digress.
That's another podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
So we've covered food, water, fuel, medication,
Warm clothing.
warm clothing.
You even need warm clothing in a southern,
Yes.
even like down in Florida. You need something to keep you warm. I mean, because I'm sure it cools off at night,
Right.
and hypothermia is a thing, especially during flooding and shit.
Well, and
So-
and also you want to have like long sleeves and whatnot during the day,
For the sun.
so as not to get a sunburn. You know,
And you don't want to be walking around Florida in flip flops during a hurricane. I've never been down through a hurricane. I just can't imagine that would be a smart thing to do.
No, you're absolutely right, because and like I said, my yard sits lower, so I have my the big rubber boots, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Muck boots.
Muck boots. I was going to
Galoshes.
say, yeah.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. They're big rubber boots, man. But I had a very dear friend of mine a couple of years ago, had a little cut on his leg from something, walked out in some shit after the storm, and went got sepsis and hospital stays and this whole big deal because just something got into that open wound. So it comes down to the details. But go ahead, Kathy.
Storms like that disrupt snakes.
Yes.
Snakes can be venomous, and they're unhappy, and you don't want to get bit by one.
No, they're pissed off, man. There's a lot of stuff that's pissed off, and it's just even after the storm, it's like you want to go out and check out. You want to evaluate,
survey
what
the damage.
Situation is outside, because you know what? There's a wire down, and I put my dogs out there. God
Nope.
forbid. I even hate to even fucking. It sends a chill down my spine to even think about a scenario like that. But I'm going to evaluate every fucking situation before I even step outside of my house. You know what I mean? I'm going to,
well, and there's
it's
a reason why everybody has cages around their pools, up and over the top, because not only debris,
alligators.
right? Gators, snakes, keeping that stuff out of your pool,
Right.
because I can only imagine how bad that shit is when a hurricane comes in.
And Dwight, you may be able to answer this better, but there's a python problem in the Everglades. And some people say it was for people that got pet pythons, and then they got too big and they just let them go. But the popular theory is that Hurricane Andrew that came through back years ago.
1990. That was in 1992 when I was at boot camp, actually. And,
Yeah.
We had a couple guys from Miami with us.
And they say a lot of the homes that got destroyed and everything, a lot of those people were snake owners.
Yeah.
And them snakes got free, and them motherfuckers, they have no fucking natural enemy.
Just man.
They even whoop the shit out of fucking alligators.
Right.
It's like...
My cousin
like,
was
fuck.
stationed at Andrews Air Force Base when Hurricane Andrew came through.
Yeah.
And
I can't believe I remembered the name of that hurricane off the top of my fucking head, because I did not research this or anything. It just came to my head, and I'm like going, oh, creatine.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
I mean, I would have said some shit like Sandy or something like that. But I know that like really hit New York really bad.
Hurricane Sandy was, And Katrina was New Orleans, and
yeah.
I was talking to friends in New York, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "All right, here's what you do: fill up your fucking gas tank."
And they
You're like this Italian that looks so fucking stupid for fucking moving to Florida now, does he? Shit hit New York.
And what a lot of people forget, it wasn't just Katrina; it was Katrina and Rita.
Yeah.
Because they hit really close together and geographically. I mean, they hadn't recovered from Katrina when Rita hit.
And the worst problem with Katrina was when the levees broke.
Yes.
That was what really caused, because...
You mean Led Zeppelin got back together when Katrina hit?
And played the levee broke, and everybody got flooded.
Well, and how much of New Orleans is below sea level?
All of it.
except for the French Quarter. That's why the French Quarter has survived this long. It's just higher enough.
You know that Native Americans did not found New Orleans, because they'd have been like, oh, bad mojo. No.
Yeah.
We're not doing this.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like, no, we built up here on the hill.
yeah.
Let them white motherfuckers, let them Spanish motherfuckers build that son of a bitch. Or French, I should say.
French, yeah.
What's up?
But it's not. reiterate, it comes down to them little details. Do you have Band-Aids? Do you have Kathi, excellent point. Do you have your medication? Do you have enough medication? Are you a smoker? Do you vape? Do you have stupid little bullshit that you can live without? But why?
But it's like back when I quit smoking cigarettes back in 07, my mom gave me some advice. She goes, "Don't quit if you don't have any cigarettes on hand." I'm like, okay, I done the Chantix thing.
Right. I know a lot of people that have.
And it's like, okay. She goes, because if you don't have any, you want them more. I'm like, good point.
Dude, when I quit smoking cigarettes, man, I kept the pack, sealed pack, shit, for almost 10 years. It just sat on my shelf, dude. And I was like, okay, they're there if you want them.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I honestly, at that point, I was like, I'm done with this. I'm still done with it.
Right.
But,
well,
like
people watching me on the podcast now are going, what the fuck are you smoking now? They're little cigars. I still can't stand the taste of cigarettes after doing Chantix.
Well, see, and that's what it does. And it's not a pure 100%, I'm going to quit. It's at some point with Chantix, at least the stuff that we had in Afghanistan.
It changes. You don't get the same dopamine from the cigarette. It blocks those receptors. And so, because it tells you to go ahead and smoke for the first week.
Yep.
And by the end of that week, they tasted like fucking dirt.
Right.
Oh, darn.
You know what? Something I'm curious about, though. Something I'm curious about, like the ice storms and all that shit.
Anal
it just
sex.
Seems like the last. That's not on air.
Well, let's for the subject off air.
Yes, sir. Oh shit, but fucking.
Thumb, just the first knuckle, right?
Well, then it's not good. And as long as you're not making contact. And you know what? If you're gay, fuck it, have fun with that shit. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing it.
Okay.
You can do it. Okay. So,
But anyways.
Really fucked me all up there.
Anyway, so I'll let you collect your thoughts, Dwight, but one thing we haven't touched on, and it's the details, and I would imagine it applies even more so in Florida hurricane weather, is you need a way to keep your body clean, because you really don't want jock itch.
Yeah, well, that's part of it, where there's a formula, and I don't know what it is. It's a gallon, 2 gallons a day, or a gallon a day per person, I think, for drinking water and bathing water. So very, very good point. You know, I mean, you gotta take cold shower, you know, and I'm on, you know, it just depends. Are you on city water? Are you on a well? You know, things like that. But at the end of the day, you gotta keep your ass clean. I mean,
well, and
what it is.
And we use them in the hospitals. I mean, and I buy them in estate sales. I mean, people go to nursing homes, they die, whatever. And the bath wipes that they use, that you don't need a lot of water. Some of them say don't rinse. There's some of them that get kind of sudsy, and I would rinse. But just something to keep some of those skin folds clean and dry. You got to be dry too.
Even baby wipes.
Baby wipes would work.
Baby wipes, dude wipes. And if you got power and have water, just a day.
Well, just you don't need to take a shower. When I did Rendezvous, your buckskinning, you know, pre-1840 reenactment, you'd be surprised at how clean you can get with just a pan of water, a dish pan of water.
What? Yeah. When I was growing up, we called it a whore bath.
Yeah, basically. Pits, tits, and ass.
Yep.
Or you can just take an Italian shower and just use a fucking half a can of Right Guard.
That won't take care of the bacteria and fungi and all that stuff growing on your skin.
No.
Sweetheart, and listen, in hot and humid Florida, you can get a day or two out of that, okay? And
okay.
if you got nothing else. Now, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Now Now the young Italians are using Axe body spray, right?
Yeah.
Hey, forget about it.
I mean, you know, spending a week out in the field, in the Army, more so in the Army than when in the Marine Corps, because I was older, but I found there was one thing that made me feel so much better. Yeah, I was using baby wipes, pits, taint,
Mushrooms.
crap. No,
You ever see Glory Hole?
no.
I feel like
Washing my just simply washing my hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I was using baby wipes on the pits, on the famunda, and my butt crack, but I'm telling you, washing the hair, it was just like
My dad.
I'm ready to go another week.
My dad was big on of course he got up early all his life.
Yep.
I mean, he held milk for years. He was up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever. Wash the sleep out of your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Get
a wet
up,
washcloth.
just a face wash, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to go,
Yep.
and that's another thing, kind of what Kathi was saying. Like yeah, your prescription medications, but have eye drops, have have fucking Advil. Or
Oh yeah, all those over the counter things that make life so much easier to have than not have.
I mean, like, and again, not that it's stupid, but in the grand scheme of things, when you're panicking or not panicking, or you're preparing or whatever the fuck you're doing for a disaster, ice storm, hurricane, whatever. But it's those little things, when you go looking for it, it's like, fuck, really? And Walgreens ain't open right now.
Nope.
And if you're in the state of Missouri where it's legal, you might want to have a little flour or some gummies on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I want to give a shout out.
Because if nothing else, you'll at least not give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right. But listen, hey, there's a guy in Florida here, man. He's on Instagram, and YouTube, and all that other shit, dude. OMG, it's Wix. And
Spell that phonetically. OMG.
ITSWICKS.
Okay.
He's a black dude with dreads, and he's born and raised in Florida and shit. He lives actually on the West Coast, but he does some funny ass videos about shit. And one of his big things is like, it ain't a really bad hurricane unless the Waffle House closes.
That's right. I've heard that.
Yeah.
So it's again.
Well, for our listeners up north, you might not know what a Waffle House is.
You're fucking missing out.
But you're missing out.
Because
there ain't nothing better than it. Well, in Missouri, at 1:30 in the morning after you left the bar because they close, is you stop at the Awful Waffle.
Yeah. All-Star.
Get All-Star or omelet with hash browns and grits. And
I'm telling you, there's a guy on national television and streaming whose key phrase, 4 letters, 1 word.
Yeet.
Yeet. Jey Uso with the WWE is all about fucking Waffle House.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you.
It's good food.
I am telling you, I don't know how many times.
You're not going to get a lobster tail there.
No.
But
you're going to get full.
I don't know how many times I have skipped PT when I was in the Army to go down and get me 2 eggs fried hard with wheat toast, ham, and a waffle. But
it's just good stuff.
Oh, it is. But I'm going to stop right here. And we're going to make this a 3-parter. First 3-parter in J&M Solve the World history.
If we're lucky, it'll only be 3 parts.
I want to say one more thing. I want to say one before you do this.
Yeah.
Let me say one more thing, and Kathi, I want to know your opinion on this. But there's so many things anymore. Technology is advanced. So many things. Charge everything up. Your flashlights and shit like that. Everything's not chargeable. Buy some fucking batteries.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I had my
That's
smoke alarm actually start beeping at 1:30 this morning.
That's the only time they beep is in the middle of the
Well,
night.
Well, I just pretended it was my ex-wife and tuned it out. It came up, and it sucked when I replaced the batteries this morning.
we you remember my parrot, don't you?
Yeah.
That little motherfucker.
Mm.
Every once in a while, he'll do the smoke alarm beep. I'm like, which one is it? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And we're looking, and he'll beep.
Well, I know.
And I'm looking, I'm like, none of them have a light on. And I'll look at you, motherfucker. And then he calls the dogs.
Yeah.
Or meows like a cat. It's like, you son of a bitch. You're supposed to change your batteries in your smoke alarm
Twice a year.
twice a year, daylight savings time, going back to standard time.
Yep. It's a good
I
reminder.
hope we get rid of that shit though. We just stay daylight savings time and say fuck it.
Arizona.
There's no ideal way to do it.
Sure there is. We don't switch in the
We
fall.
don't switch.
Well,
You go halfway and leave it alone.
Because
How about that? Do it halfway.
That's
Set
that,
it forward or back a half an hour. And
bro.
never-
No,
that would just really mess things up. Oh,
that's
we don't have to do daylight savings time to keep the calendar right, like we
Right.
do February 29th.
right.
no.
But
The only reason they done daylight savings time was to have more hours of daylight during the summer during harvest.
Well, and when people are up and awake, I mean, without daylight savings time, how early is that sun going to rise?
We got headlights.
Well, no, that's what I mean.
I mean, I drive to work in the dark in the wintertime and I come home in the dark because of it not being daylight savings time. If we had daylight savings time, I might have a little bit of sun
No,
on the
I'm
way home.
talking about in the summer when the sun rises.
Right.
It would be rising at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
which is fine if you're harvesting, but it's not so fine if you want some time with daylight at the end.
Blackout curtains.
Yeah.
Or if you're a cokehead.
People that work night jobs that sleep during the day are going, blackout curtains?
yeah,
Oh yeah, I mean, I work nights
I mean, you know,
without blackout curtains.
you know.
I don't need. But yeah, it has more to do with shifting the daylight hours to when more people are awake and
Well,
doing things. But the days
maybe-
are longer anyway.
Maybe people should just get the fuck up earlier.
maybe.
Oh, I'm a night owl.
And get your. I am too. I actually think in a past life I was a vampire because I could stay up all night, but I could stay up till 6 o'clock. Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
But I used to be able to stay up till 6 o'clock in the morning easier than I could get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. My problem is, and I can get up in the morning, like when I sub.
Oh yeah, I can get up when I need to, but it sucks.
It's going to bed at a decent time to where when I get up, my body doesn't want to go to bed.
Shit,
So let me say this: when I go back up to Kansas City from spending a weekend here, it's at least till Wednesday,
before you get back in your rhythm.
right? And then it's like Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. If I'm coming down, it's like, okay, Friday's just gonna fuck everything up because I'm gonna get up at 4:15. I'm gonna fucking go to work, and then I'm gonna come down here, and James and I are gonna sit at the kitchen table. We're gonna drink. We're gonna get fucking hammered.
Or we might
and
come do some alcohol reviews and
as long as we don't do St. Elmo's Fire last, which will be coming out. But anyways, before anybody else says another thing, we're going to stop it right here so we can do a part 3 if our lovely fans want us to do a part 3.
we could do that next weekend.
We could, along with everything else.
Yep.
But what you need to do is you need to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Spotify. You know what? As James and I used to say for years, Yeah, we can actually say years. When we were professional musicians, because we got paid.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
Yeah. The more you drink, the better we sound. But on that note, you keep one fist in the gold, 1 foot in the gutter. And on behalf of Kathi and our favorite Italian, all the way in the limp penis portion of the United States of Florida, Dwight, you keep one fist in the
You've
gold.
already done that.
Did I do it? Already do?
Yeah, you
Oh.
did.
Oh, fuck it.
But you haven't done,
1 foot in the gutter.
you've just watched another episode.
Oh, yeah. But you have just watched another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents.
J&M, Solve the World. I have been James.
And I have been Matt. And on behalf, once again, of Kathi and Dwight from Florida, you keep one fist in the gold, 1 foot in the gutter, and we will be seeing you.
Peace.